Hello everybody, and welcome back to day 43 of our Blueprints adventure. Last episode was, if I remember correctly, slightly disappointing because we used our Blessing of the Monk to get the antechamber outside, had an amazing day in doing so, and set up basically what could have opened all of the doors of the antechamber. And then the antechamber ended up only having one door on the outside, so we ended up kind of sad and just said, oh well, we'll, figure that out. But we do have two separate goals that we're working towards now, which I think are intermixed slightly, because the king on his throne, as it is, also, we do have a treasure trove out there that I'm wanting to save until later in the day, which is why we're not going outside immediately. The king on his throne sounds like it applies to both that and the note that we had today or yesterday, which also said ready is the throne. So I'm assuming both of the two pieces that we're working towards are part of the same end goal, just maybe not immediately so. Like maybe one of them is going to be, better for what we're after, while the other one's going to kind of be, or one of them's going to be the lead up to what we're after, while the other's like, what comes immediately after you do said lead up. I'm not entirely sure about it, just yeah, there's a lot of stuff. We'll take the nursery today just because I always appreciate the extra steps, and this place normally gives something that's worth the gem that you spent on it. And we'll continue over this way right now. Not what I meant. I want the key. Let's grab here. Commissary is pretty nice. However, we are in a hallway, so a hallway closet goes hard here. We can get the commissary in a minute. We'll do the hallway closet. That is a dice, a compass, and our best friend, the shovel. Man, I love the shovel. I swear, the shovel is like my favorite item in this game. He says, just casually getting it almost every single run. Let's do lab here. Lab is going to be really strong and lets us get some stuff set up and we can, work with it. And also we can set up maybe shelter for unlocking all the doors today. So yeah, continue with the experiment. Ooh. I think that for what we're going to do today, because we do have a shovel, this is good. We can do, each time we find some trash while digging, gain a star. I have been kind of wanting to accelerate our star count. So, yeah. Otherwise, though, I'm gonna save opening up shelter until later, just in case, like, it's what we have to pick on the outdoor room. Boudoir, my beloved, you are so nice to me. Thank you, thank you. Lovely, lovely. Lovely, lovely. Thank you. Yoink. Alrighty, and what do we got out here? Probably take the chapel would be nice. We do have a lot of money. Chapel is effectively a free room. As a red room, chapel just, like, doesn't even necessarily bother me anymore. Like, I genuinely consider this to just be almost a free T-piece, with how it's set up, practically. Let's do West Wing here, and then we'll do a straight piece here. I'll reroll just because I'd rather something different. Electric Eel Aquarium does go hard. We could do that. That does also set up for some stuff. Gives me a lot of generally good stuff. The other thing is we're kind of in that weird instance where all of my doors right now are butting into each other, and I don't like it. Let's do, you know what, let's do billiard room and grab the key reward from in here. All right, got 5. 1 squared plus 4 squared is 5 squared, which is 25 minus 15 is 10. Alrighty, 4 minus 5 is -1, times 1 squared is 1, plus 4 is 5. And then 16, divided by 4, that's just 4. That's just, or wait, yeah, 16 divided by 4 is 4. Squared is 16. Repeat on loop. Wait, what? No? Did I mess that up? Did I mess that up? Oh my god, now I'm not reading. 10. 10, and then this was, what was this? This was 5. Yeah, okay, so 16 divided by 4 is 4, times by 4 is 16, divided by 4 times by 4 times by 4 is 16, divided by 4 times by 4 is 16. Oh, it's 16. I'm dumb. I didn't follow the chain. That's called me being dumb. Good job, me. All right, what do we got here? Study. I've been meaning to get this thing more because study I feel is really strong. Parlor, however, is probably better. Nah, it isn't. Study, effectively the door here is a dud regardless. It doesn't matter. Study is just nice because it lets me finally, do things here. Ooh, there's a key. Yoink. I'm glad that we, figured out how study works. Like, I'm glad we figured out this puzzle forever ago. Oh, God. Yeah, okay. I still want to get the studies safe that's in the, what's it called? In the drafting studio, because that one looks like it'll be useful. Or that one looks like it'll be, a relatively important thing to get for us. Let's take boudoir again. Boudoir. I mean, it probably is a tiny, very, very tiny red letter, of which case I would like to, get. Alright. Yeah, we'll use the key here. Alrighty. We'll take bedroom. I'm kind of just using these 2 columns right now, and it's just working. Nothing in here. Okay. Another key. Let's redraw. We don't have that many gems, so I'd rather spend what I've got here doing the redrafts. Okay, nothing there. All right. Time to hopefully finally gain some stars. Coin. Sad face. Nothing of interest. Of course nothing of interest would be. I swear it's like programmed into the game that as soon as you pick the I want a bunch of trash option, it immediately says, okay, cool, you're never getting trash again. Mailroom would be nice just to get that set up, but we'll take dining room here. Just to move us forward. Nice coupon book. We'll grab this. This will immediately open up in a minute. Oh my god, I'm using so many keys. Ooh. Wasn't there... What was it that I wanted to... Oh, that's right. There's a thing that I wanted to grab. this with. I guess we're gonna go light some candles today as one of our final acts. I'm not gonna go grab it yet because there isn't really anything that needs lit right now. But yeah, that would be good. I'd say we locksmith here, and then I should. Yeah, I'm going back that way anyways, so give it a moment. Special key. We want the secret garden key just in case. Because I like the secret garden key. It's a strong key. Prison key, okay. And then we'll grab a lockpick kit and 3 keys, I guess. Yeah, and we'll save the rest for in a moment. Awesome. Alright, yoink this. And before we get too far, I guess let's also go grab the, let's grab our burning glass, since I'm pretty sure that's going to be useful. Retrieve the burning glass. Okay. Alright. And if we don't get too much out of the burning glass today, I will probably return it anyways. Just because it's a good item to have. Yeah, let's do the security room. Get that all set up. Yoink. Hello. View the estates. Yep, nothing. Keycard system. We don't have a keycard right now, so gonna set it to low because I'd rather be using keys. And we will keep on keeping on. Damn, sad that we got a keycard door right there. Okay, what do we got here? Gymnasium honestly isn't half bad here. But we also don't necessarily need to get into the antechamber today. Let's do commissary. Just because, you know, we can get a bunch of stuff out of this. Alright, Magni. Sledgehammer. Sleeping mask and the running shoes. Yeah, we'll just grab all of it. That's what I was hoping for. I would like to, though, get us... Yeah, planetarium's a good option for us. That way, you know, if we need to, we can call it a day here. I do think we're kind of at the point where the Blessing of the Monk has kind of ran out for us. We're not going to really necessarily get anything too much of interest out of, you know, using it today. We do have to run all the way back down, though, now, which sucks. I was kind of hoping to get some gems from in here when we went. I could also use the shortcut. Yeah, I'll see you guys in a moment. Well, I mean, if we're going this way, we might as well go stop by and do the burning glass stuff now. So, fair enough. You know what? Fine. We are using the shortcut, and we're immediately going to go do burning glass things. Alrighty, boop. Run through here. Run through over to here. And then bottom of the fountain is where we will be in a moment. Oh, that's right, I flooded it. Shoot. Did I have the boat? What side did I have the boat on? I can go check real quick. Like, the boat has a better side to it, obviously, as I've kind of denoted. Was I smart and did I leave it on the proper side? Because I don't think I did. I think I left it on that side. Yeah, I left it on that side, and we need that side for what we're doing. Darn it. Okay. Isn't there a way to move This there is not. That's sad and sucks. Man, the tennis shoes just came in clutch for me right there. Alright, well, I guess we'll head on through the front. Hope is today is that we can drain the fountain then, if at all possible, so that I can, you know, get back to what we need from down there. God, I feel dumb having forgotten about that now. Alright, here we are, back here, through the corridor, let's go. Alrighty, kennel is nice, because that's gonna be good for digging for us. Then also, we kinda need it. Who's the puppy? You're the puppy, you're the good dog, yes you are. Alright, yoink. Alright. Like I said, as soon as you want doors locked is when they kinda do that. This does give us a pretty much guaranteed dig spot. I don't want to go all out on it, obviously. That would be bad. I think we do one, and then I immediately hit something else. Wow, I love no guaranteed dig spot. He says. We'll do this. Okay, I'll re-roll again, because the game hates me. Parlor, there you are. Alrighty. Yoink and yoink. Alrighty, what do we got here today? A box next to this box contains the gems, blank, and a box next to this box displays a false statement. This is just false because the blank is neither true nor false. So it cannot be true, meaning this one has the gems. There we go. That's pretty nice and pretty simple. I think we use the silver key here just because we want a bunch of doors right now, so yeah. This is a pretty good silver key spot. If only, and I repeat, if only, it didn't hit all of those. Mechanarium is not gonna help us right now. 'Cause, yeah. I guess we take it anyways, though, just because it'll at least be a T-piece. Which is what we need. Unlock. Hey, look, it's the pool, right on cue when I needed it. Yeah, we want to get pump room now that we've done that. It might be worth just opening. Oh yeah, we have this. We have the sledge. And nice dice. Good. Head on this way. You know, if I could rotate, I'd take observatory right now, but we can't. Let's take library. Library gives us some good stuff. Have I done anything out of this that I want? History of Arindia, the first edition, is the one that we've been meaning to get soon, so yeah, we'll get that one next because we've been wanting it. Do I do a redraw or do I do bookshop? We don't really have the money for bookshop, is the thing. I'll take it, and if we get lucky with some money, then yeah, we can do it. Because right now, I'm like, I could grab these, but I do want one of these too soon. We'll see if when I come back, I only have the 16 that I have on me. I'll buy the 2 drafting strategy books, but otherwise, meh. Wow. This is going great. I guess we're I guess we're buying those 2 drafting strategy books. Probably. This is just guaranteed tomorrow you will start the day with extra steps, right? Yeah, because it's not if we end our day there, it's just if we start here, or if we draw this. I could do a reroll as well. I could do a reroll. It's not an important one, necessarily. I say we just take Sauna and accept. And if there's anything in here, which there's a teeny bit of money, we'll grab it. Alright, we're buying the 2 drafting strategy books. Cool, cool, cool. Sick. And off we go. Back to the upper here. We want this to go well from here on out. Alright, pump room. There it is. We can go open. We can go light some candles downstairs. Yeah. We also do still need to figure out all the stuff in locker room, so inevitably I am going to have to do that. We'll go fill... Hang on, I need to remember this. Pump room diagram. Yep, because you go here, and we want to pull that. And then we want the fountain to go into there. Perfect. Okay, cool. Just do that, and that's the wrong one. Fountain. In you go. We'll just fill up the pool, and then we'll swap it back. Yeah, in all honesty, while I'm down there, what I should do is I should ride the boat back across. Because the boat really does do best on the side that we're on. Or that we're most commonly on, rather than the other way around. So yeah, when I head down there, and we'll have to be back here before the end of the day to, you know, re-affix the fountain. What I'll do is I'll ride the boat across, and then walk myself back over to, you know, back over to the other side, basically. That way we can have fast travel down to there in the future and not be concerned. Alright, yeah, this is just an observatory, I believe, because that's our best option. We haven't gotten any stars yet, so yoink, 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 and yoink. Awesome. Bunch of nice, neat little things. What else can I do here? Alright, fine by me. I don't need to pick the lock. I've got a bunch of things. Honestly, courtyard here is good. The only issue is it's in a really bad location. We'll take breakfast nook just to upgrade step count. Yoink, yoink. Maybe get some gems for tomorrow. What do we got? More gems. Let's go. That's beautifully gorgeous. And Eel Aquarium is nice here, but I do definitely think that this is a reroll. Passageway being used as a T-piece. Probably just for the better. Not the best usage of that, but a good one nonetheless. I don't want to mess with the freezer, because the freezer screws us over. Morning room would be nice. Like, freezer is one of those things where it's like, it's the last thing I want to do in a day. I still haven't taken the freezer yet, and I need to, because I keep seeing it. Okay, dear lord, gems. Gems out the wazoo. Gems are currently our dice, so pretty good. Walk-in closet, probably. Yeah, we'll walk in closet. Key. Gem key. Wow, that was a dud of a room draft right there. Okay, let's see here. Cloister, I was like, I think we want Cloister here if it shows up. And it showed up. So, nice. Yoink and yoink. Pebbles, thank you for the stars. Rock, thank you for the stars. Awesome. What the frick was that? Did I, like, see my own shadow? Nope, a bird flew overhead or something. I don't know. Let's go here. You know, I did say we did want to start concerning ourselves with locker room, and we do have a lot of stuff for locker room right now. It might be worthwhile to pull that one open and dig some keys into it. And I mean, you know, if the game's really trying to get me enough keys, I mean, come on. Like, might as well just take all the keys in the world that I need. Yeah, 15 keys. Isn't there, like, only 15 locks in the locker room? Or 15 unlockable lockers? Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. We'll do drawing room just because that way, you know, if I were to actually be able to get in to the antechamber, we could. But again, we don't necessarily need that today. Alright, what do we got? Vault is actually goated because we are searching for a vault to show up. Plus, it gives me the coins I need to guaranteed buy at least another book. So yeah, permanent upgrades. Okay. Anything at all? Anything? Any left keys anywhere that we got to pull open anything? You know, I did just realize, I was like, I wonder if this is a trophy I can yoink. Nope, it is not. Okay. Alright, well, that was helpful. Now I think let's go use our locker room, and finally I get to take some notes about some stuff in here. Now, from what we have figured out, I am pretty sure the locks on each of these doors are, like, consistent. Just because I believe this is, like, guaranteed here, so yeah, give me one moment to get my notes out, and then we're gonna confirm first that the locks are consistent, and then move on, basically. Alrighty, so if I am correct, this one should have a math worksheet in it. If it is correct. Okay, yep, there it is. So it is relatively consistent. If that's the case, then this should be a key. Oh, it's just items. Okay. That's good to note. Solid, okay. Maybe each one of these is mostly consistent. Thank you for the apple. Yeah, okay. So, except for, like, papers, I'm assuming it's relatively consistent. This should be the green note. Yeah. Okay. So if that's the case, then I do not want to open this one or this one. I instead want to turn around and open 7 because we never got to open 7. Yep, 7 is items. 8 is a blank. 9, and we've got 9 left, so we've got literally the perfect amount of keys. Okay. 9 is also items. 10. Oh, wait. That was dumb. I have these disorganized. That is 11. Sorry. Items. Okay. So, this one had items, and then this one. Also items, dear lord, gems. Okay, and then this one is coins for me. Nope, I want that open. I want these all open at the end of the day. Ooh. Hey, car keys. Sadly, I didn't take the garage here. Or, you know, that would be nice. Ooh. Okay. The rumored... Where is the rumored room 46 connection? Theorize locations, theorize possible locations. North of the antechamber. Below the foundation, full house of 45 rooms, plus bank room? Secret door in tomb. Doesn't exist. Red herring. Grotto. Red herring. This is one giant red herring, basically. Yeah. This is all just saying one giant red herring. I'm assuming you're supposed to find this before room 46. But, you know, this looks like something that's just a red herring. I'll take a screenshot of it, just so that I have it, you know, just in case it does legitimately matter. But right now, what I'm seeing is nothing. Oh my. Bunch of food. That's at least nice. Bunch of items. Okay. Well, I mean, if that is the case, the only one we didn't open today was this one right here. Or no, we didn't open these two yet. I think I will skip on these two just in case I need the key. Let's head back through the foundation, do our little shortcut. Oh, that's right. You're here. You're downstairs right now. That's right. Right. If I take the shortcut, it kind of goes bye-bye. Oh, well. We'll go the other way then. Because the other way through here is faster, I believe. And by faster, I mean shorter on the step total. And then I will, as stated, have to come back to this room to fix stuff. But that is a minor fix. Also, we wanted to go grab another book anyways, real quick. Thank you. Oh, hi, keycard. We don't need you now, but you're at least nice and good at, you know, getting me in a bunch of places. Up to here. Alright, a new clue or the Curse of Blackbridge. We'll do a new clue because that's the harder one to get, and yeah. Give me just one moment. I forgot to note take some stuff, so 1 second. Alrighty, and back we go to the front. We get to see what's below today. Whoop-de-doo, through here. Look, I'm sorry, puppers. I'm on a mission right now. Alright, now to, for real, see what goes on down here. And like I said, we will be taking the boat out of here. This away. Into here. And out we go. Alright. So it's down in here, because I was checking through my screenshots the other day and I realized this room has a million of these candles. And I'm curious what happens once I turn them all on. Oh ho ho! We have enacted a new staircase. Okay, then. Alright. Alright. Where does this lead? After waiting the better part of 3 weeks for equipment to be carefully hoisted down the cliffside one piece at a time, the wait is finally over. Today we begin our formal foray into the mountain and begin excavation of the first tunnel, the first of many. To prevent future delays, Thomas Sinclair has generously volunteered to install a freight lift to facilitate both personnel transport. However, after seeing his ornate designs, one can't help but feeling the Baron's delicate taste might be a bit better suited for the ballroom crowd. Regardless of the particulars, I'm sure my crew won't object to riding down into the tunnels in a fashionable style. So this is Thomas Sinclair, our grandfather, I believe, that's being mentioned here. Editor, pull up the family tree if I'm incorrect. And I believe he was married to Orave, which if I remember correctly, yeah, well, obviously is the grandmother, but is very important from the Alzara scene that we've seen. Hello? Oh my, okay. I was like, can I just walk off the edge here? You better not be. Oh my god, I recognize where we are. No, okay, we've seen these windows before. Oh my god. Okay, that's sick. Yo, okay. Hey, realm and room. Foreman's copy, do not remove from the site. Okay, so we've already gotten this. Yeah. Interesting. So interesting. Banners, Marshall, Fog. Okay. Yeah. Yep. We've already got all of this, so we have the better version of it, but I am going to screenshot this, just because that does seem to be useful. And I don't think it's been changed at all from what I was reading there. Skimming. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Cool. Yep. Yeah. Okay, so we were supposed to find this version before the library version, at least, but we got that first. So, haha. Hello? Oh. Oh. Okay then. I see what we have to do. This makes the chess puzzle make a ton of sense. Okay. So, I'm assuming what this is expecting, because that is the house. That's the house right there. Okay, so color of the, yeah, color didn't necessarily matter for each of the pieces. But, for instance, what did we get today? So we got... Oh boy, let's see if I can actually pull out anything out of this. Give me 1 second. Actually, never mind. No seconds needed. So for instance, the pawn here is in the den, which we put there. Okay, that's sick. We have a security like somewhere here. There. Yep. Cool. Bishop is hard. We have not placed that today. We do have chapel. So that goes there. Rook requires nook, vault, or clock tower, which we have the vault up here. And then now is where we run into the issue. We do have study like here. There we go. Office is the only king piece that I have found, and we skipped it today. So, note to self. Yeah, that works pretty instantaneously It is relatively explainable. Oh dear lord, do not fall. Can I break you? I'm assuming you want me to come back with a power hammer for you. Okay. Okay, the chess puzzle is starting to make sense. Dear lord, how much stuff do you have down here? Nothing of immediate use. Was there anything along this wall? Okay, nope, but there is another this. As our client Thomas Sinclair suspected, the arches that were visible from the south cliff were part of a much longer arcade carved into the rock face. Last week, when our crew first arrived, only 2 supporting pillars were visible. But after only a few days of clearing vines, moss, and dirt, we had uncovered a dozen more. Exploration so far has been limited and entirely superficial, as every shaft we have surveyed has ended abruptly, and every promising path leading deeper into the mountain has been blocked by tunnels packed tight with soil, rock, and debris. This site is either much older than we had first assumed, or someone deliberately had these chambers buried. So they're talking about those. And we do know that Eurasia is under this place. So these that they found, these were found, these were not dug in. So Eurasia was found. They dug all this stuff up to make sure that things were good. Where is this? What the hell is this for? The hell is this for? Like, genuinely. So there's an elevator that I can drop. Is that... Where are we? In terms of things. That is interesting. I don't necessarily know where that is, but that's somewhere along the cliff. And of course, there's this conveniently set up rock piece here that is right in the way of it. Very conveniently set up rock face that's right in the way. So, okay then. So, So I need to get a room. Wait a minute. Walking around in here randomly has a chance to eat my step? What? I'm like, I just want to see if it'll light itself up anywhere. Just see if I haven't observed a king. Just period yet. Just in case. But this does seem like something you have to particularly prepare for in a day. Okay, it's not there. Can I set it in room 46? No. Sad. Alright, well, I mean, that's cool. I never drafted the outer room today, so I think it's time we finally go and do that. Yeah, this is crazy. I'm very hopeful that this is a permanent opening. Like, I get a weird feeling it's not going to be. But if it is a permanent opening, then that's good, because it gives me a lot of things that I needed. If not, I'm going to be sad. Alright. Ride the boat. Yoink. I love getting flashbanged there. Let's get back upstairs. And we'll go to the outer room today and see if that changed anything for us. God, we've done so good recently. I'm glad that we were able to discover that. I wish that I had taken the office today. Oh! It's this! And like, I wanted to look over here and see if I could align it. Yeah, it's this right here. Because, see, those are those. That is the set of those arches that we saw from over here. We're directly on top of it. So this is an elevator of some kind. So if I can get all of these torches lit up, I've got an elevator into that consistently, which tells me pretty outright that I don't think that that is a continuous thing. So we definitely want to keep the burning glass for right now. It does mean that we basically have 7 required drafted rooms to get things to work properly. I don't know why I went there. But the other thing that I have noticed is we haven't gotten both of the so I'm assuming that there's for each room there's as many pieces that exist, or sorry, for each piece on the chessboard there is as many pieces that exist within the house as what would fill a full chess set. And that's just because we've seen black and white pawns, and we've seen a grand total of 3 knights so far. The 3 knights being in Security, Observatory, and Treasure Trove. With that being said, wow, I wish that we had gone out here early today. That would have been nice. With that being said, though, I mean... Also, can I finally open you? No, I can't. I'm sad. With that being said, though, it does seem like it's going to be a really hard thing to pocket snap, and just figure it out, basically. Just because of the sole fact that that is... I mean, there's how many pieces in a chess set? 32. So, assuming that you've gotten the perfect setup here, you have to get, like... You have to get 6 out of the 32 rooms, which isn't too bad necessarily, but like we're still missing a lot of those rooms as rooms we haven't even seen yet. Like, period. We'll be back out here in the treasure trove. I'm obviously gonna save it just in case, to preserve the whole, the whole trek. But, yeah, let's also make sure that I, reset the pump room because I do not want to lose, access to, there. Who's a good dog? Thank you for the good luck today, guys. But yeah, no, I mean, basically, I mean, that we're already done, so, I mean, I get to go through and hit the fun buttons of send this all in the direction it belongs in. That's not what we want. Yoink. And we want this to go yoink. As soon as I can grab it. And then sploinky. And as soon as that's emptied, we just sploinky it back into the fountain. Yippee. Wahoo. The day is almost done. I have almost done good still, we've made good progress today. It's not perfect progress. It's not amazing. It's not like, we got a lot of stuff out of it today, necessarily. It just is, it's decent progress, to put it simply. Like, it could have been better, could have been worse, we want things to, be as they are, and I'm trying to keep that emptied enough that we get, like, that little mini blue mark there. Alright, and then we are off to the coat check. And then once we've done coat check, we get to drop everything back into, or we get to move on. I have 2 keys. Why not? Let's open the entirety of the locker room right now. Anything? A broken lever. I wish I had drafted workshop now. Because I had enough for a power hammer. That's a power hammer in my inventory with the sledgehammer, battery pack, and the broken lever. That would have been great to have. And that makes me sad, actually. Because, yeah, that would have been busted. Alright. We drop the burning glass. Oh, thanks for the key. We drop the burning glass back into here just because I don't want to lose it. Yeah, and that's in there. Okay, cool. There is argument, you know. There is argument that I abandon the treasure trove in the set, that I make it that the next day that I'm here, I'm going into the coat check to grab my burning glass as soon as I can have it. Does it cost anything? No, it doesn't. So I leave it in here so that I can have it tomorrow. And then just go for the subset of all of the rooms that we know that have the chess pieces in it, and then that way, if burning glass is required to get into there consistently, which it looks like it is, that way what we can do is we can always go ride the boat across after we've gotten the burning glass again. Use the burning glass on all of those candles, run to the downstairs area below it, and then go boom, assemble the chess pieces. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, I've kind of convinced myself. I think we're ending our day here, despite the fact that Treasure Trove, I know, has a secret outside. We haven't been able to necessarily solve it, so let's use our Blessing of the Monk to set up a better day in the next one. With that, everybody, we're going to call it a day. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Have a good one, everybody, and bye-bye. Whoop-dee-doo. Architect's Chateau of Tomorrow. Hell yeah.